All right, ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for them. So I have this necklace. Somebody lost their necklace, and I have it. So if this is yours, meet me over here on the side of the stage, and I will give it to you. And without further ado, we got 3 more ladies coming to the stage. Make some noise for Christina Andy, Isabella Andriani, and Mary Kraft.
Grateful to be here on stage with these amazing ladies. Today we're going to be talking about how to get referrals with every sale. Before we go over the how, I think it's really important to understand why we should be collecting and running referrals. So I want you guys to write down these 4 bullet points. Number 1, they're free leads. That's not enough of a reason, then I don't know, there's the door. The second reason, guys, is that you're going to maximize your ROI, making you a more profitable agent. The third reason is that you're going to be able to close at a higher ratio than you will a regular lead. If you're a newer agent, your closing ratio might be 1 out of 3, which means you need to sit down with 3 people to have 1 sale. With a referral, you're looking at a 50 to 75% close ratio, which is obviously going to allow you to sit with less people and of course be more profitable. So now that we know why we should do this, now we're gonna look at the how. The first place to start is going to be with beneficiaries. Beneficiaries are already built into our presentation, which makes this 10 times easier. So making sure every single presentation we're asking for a first and last name, date of birth, a phone number. But not just stopping there, we wanna make sure that we're getting a contingent backup beneficiary and making that a non-negotiable. Most times we skip something that's optional. Sometimes it's because of laziness, sometimes we just forget. But that alone is going to take us from collecting 1 name and number to 2, 3, 4, 5. The last thing is you wanna make sure that you're leaving positive. So an acronym I love to use with my clients is VIBS. So it's value, important, beneficial, and suggest. So you're going to ask your clients, on a scale of 1 to 10, how did I do for you today? Now, of everything that we went over, what was most important to your family? Now, obviously, we're going to make sure that your beneficiaries know exactly what we got you set up with here today. So if God forbid something happens, they know how to claim that. Most importantly, that they have my information. So we'll make sure your beneficiaries are taken care of as well. Now, other than your beneficiaries, I know there's definitely some people in your life that'll really benefit from this. Who are those people that we could think of? I know you mentioned you have some siblings, and that's where the suggestions come. So just remember to solidify your sales, solidify the value with yourself as the agent, solidify what was most important to the client, solidify the beneficiaries, and suggest more people.
Hi everyone, my name is Isabella Andriani. It's a pleasure being up here today. So can I get a raise of hands? Who's currently running bronze leads and who has ran bronze leads? Raise your hands. Perfect. Yeah, that's all I ran when I first started actually. I started a little less than a year ago. I was broke, just graduated college. Had to figure out a way, obviously, how to make these smaller sales a little bit profitable. So a client that completely changed the game for me was Miss Heidi. She was a $1 bronze lead in California, which completely changed everything for me. Who would have ever thought? She was a huge 49ers fan, just so am I, and we instantly bonded over that and just chatted, like just 2 people having a conversation. Forget about the sale, it was just 2 people connecting. With the power of FaceTime and building a genuine connection, she could tell I wasn't just trying to sell her something. She could tell I just genuinely cared for her and wanted what's best for her and her family. The relationship ended up actually leading me not only helping her 2 sons, but her as well, which are still on the books, by the way. Who would have ever thought a bronze lead would turn into $2,000 just from taking a few extra minutes to get to know someone? Where agents go wrong is thinking success is mainly just from sales scripts, marketing, ads, you name it. But in reality, it's the client relationship building you do. Clients don't want to feel like another transaction. They want to feel a connection. Let that sink in for a second. I FaceTime or Google Meet all of my leads right off the rip. You guys would be surprised. I'm known as the girl that FaceTimes everybody. You guys don't understand. FaceTime changes everything. As soon as you FaceTime them, I promise you, I can't even remember the last time I had a social objection, banking objection, because they instantly trust you right off the bat, even if it's virtual. To help me naturally get referrals, I focus heavily on building rapport. I want to know who they are, what matters most to them, and just making sure that I'm making every little detail to their process more sustainable and effective. Sorry, I'm a little nervous, guys. People remember how you make them feel. When someone genuinely feels heard, they obviously become more naturally loyal. Personalization creates a completely different experience. Clients stop feeling like another customer. They really start feeling like just someone's truly in their corner. And when people feel valued, they talk about you. They talk about you to their friends, family, and work. Then they will work for you. And that's where referrals come from, honestly. At the end of the day, people do business with people that they want to work with, trust, and remember, and that's no sales pitch anyone can replace, so yeah.
Hi guys, my name is Mary, and I think when we're talking about referrals, if you guys have closed a referral before, it is the best sale. The most pleasant surprise on a day, getting a text, and it is the quickest way to go from a $10,000 agent to a $20,000 agent, from a $20,000 to a $30,000, and so on. You do not have to try to make it through an intro. You don't have to remind them they filled out a form. They know exactly why you guys are on the call, because somebody they love and care about did business with you and had such a great experience, they referred it to them. So a lot of times, agents think that you get a referral by asking, and that's true, you can. But a lot of times you get a referral because someone trusts you enough to attach your name together. So when you are going through this and trying to get referrals, I'm gonna give you 3 things you can do tomorrow to get more referrals. Number 1, educate. This has been huge. When you do right by your client, they will remember that. Do things the right way. Tell them what whole life is. Explain a term. Explain contestability. Explain why maybe replacing a policy isn't the best idea. They want to be informed and feel like they're a part of it. Number 2, make it their decision. The way we do our script, you guys, for lack of better words, is we want the client to walk down our path and do what we want them to do while making them feel like they're in control. That's what we do. And that is how I do it as well. And let me give you an example of what I mean with educating. When it comes time, I do my health and my finances, and I figure out this client can go either way, permanent or term. I'm gonna make it their idea. John, I'm not sure how much you know or you don't know about life insurance, but when you hear people talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars, most times it's a term. Pros and cons, a lot of coverage, better rate. Cons are it's gonna expire. Flip side of the coin, we can look at something permanent. You either have to be willing to spend more or take less, because this is gonna be a guarantee. Now, John, based on that, what do you think is most important to you? Getting as much coverage as possible, even if it'll expire, or something permanent? And now if you do that with education and you make it their decision, I still option close them, he's gonna feel like we're collaborating. This experience is gonna be a lot different than other agents they might get on the phone. Number 3, your follow-ups determine your referrals. A lot of agents are scared to call their clients after a sale. I was. Because maybe they'll cancel, maybe they'll say they can't afford it, maybe you sold them something you shouldn't have. Follow-ups is where you get your referrals. Once you hop off that call, every client should get a copy of their application. Hey, John, go through this, make sure it looks right. Every client should get a text. If something's up in underwriting, you should be communicating every other day. John, just letting you know I got nothing yet for you, but I'll let you know, okay? You should be communicating. 6-month review, annual review, policy review, because in these conversations, you can find annuities. They'll start talking about their kids, their brothers, their cousins, and you're gonna get referrals. That is free money. So as you move forward, trying to get referrals, become the agent somebody wants to refer by becoming knowledgeable, becoming trustworthy, and becoming reliable, because then at that point, your referrals are not going to be forced. They are going to be because clients are talking about you when you are not there. Thank you guys, let's make lots of money.
All right, give it up for those ladies.